Hi, rising freshmen and parents. We would like to be the first to welcome the class of 2025 to Ottawa High School. We are very excited to have you in our building next school year. So I'd like to start with some information that will help you along the way and help you in choosing your classes. And I'm also going to walk through our course request form that will give you some valuable information about classes that you need to choose that are best for you. So that will be coming up in just a minute. But I want to start with some terminology that we use here at Ottawa High School, and that is credits. We will talk a lot about credits. So what is a credit and how do you earn it? Well, a credit is a unit of measure that you earn by passing a class. Most of our classes here are worth 1 credit, and we do have some that are worth half credits, but the way that you earn these credits is by passing the classes. And so every class here at Ottawa High School earns a credit. So what we need you to know is that from the moment you walk in the door, in 9th grade, every homework assignment, quiz, and test counts towards a credit, high school credit for you. And so you've got to take these classes very seriously. So what should you think about when you're choosing classes? Well, you want to pick classes that are academically sound for you, and you want to pick electives that interest you. You don't want to choose classes that maybe your best friend is choosing. You want to choose classes that interest you so that you can do your very best in those classes. So when we talk about credits, the main reason you are earning credits is so you can be a high school graduate. So how many credits do you need to graduate? Well, you need 27 credits to graduate. And so I've listed them for you here. I'm not going to walk through all of them because you can see them on the screen. But one thing you will notice is that all of those numbers don't add up to 27 credits. It's because they leave room for students to take what we call elective classes. And so there will be times that you'll be in elective classes that won't necessarily count towards a core graduation requirement, but they will still count towards your number of credits. And one thing to keep in mind is at Ottawa High School, we offer 9 classes a year. So for 4 years, that would be an opportunity for 36 credits. So there will definitely be times and there will definitely be room in your schedule to take several different elective classes. One thing I did want to point out is that last line there that says 3 credits and an elective focus. This is the most confusing part about the graduation requirements. These are some elective classes that are above any of the core requirements that are listed above that line, that are kind of in the same family is what I like to call them. So here at Ottawa, we have several different families or focus areas of electives, and you can see them listed on the screen there. And so as you go through your high school career, you're going to have opportunities to choose electives from these categories. And as long as you have 3 from the same category by the time you graduate, then you have met that requirement for graduation. And your counselors are always here to help you make sure that you're choosing those right classes. So it's not something you have to know right away. So don't worry about that. You will hear about all of this information many, many times during your time here in high school. So I wanted to show you who you are assigned to. We divide students by last name. So you can see on the screen the names and email addresses of your school counselor. But also at the bottom there are 2 additional counselors that kind of team up with us. So if you are part of the IB Future Ready Institute, Ms. Hitchcox is also a contact for you. Or if you're part of the Harrison Bay Future Ready, that's our architecture and engineering design or advanced manufacturing, Ms. Hull will partner with us to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. So if you have any questions, these are the email addresses that you can jot down and email us at any time to ask questions. So now I do want to walk through the course request form with you. The link for the course request form is going to be on our school website, which is ohs.hcde.org. There will be a Rising Freshman link, and when you click on the link, it will give you obviously this video, but also the course request forms that you need. There will be a Rising Freshman course request form, and there will be a Rising Freshman Harrison Bay Future Ready course request form. You must fill out one or the other. So most of you will be filling out the Rising Freshman course request form. So what I want to do is walk through that now. So this is what it looks like, and you will see that at the top it says that course selections are final, so please choose carefully. So this is the example of the Rising ninth grade course request form. If you're part of the Harrison Bay Future Ready, your form looks very similar to this. So you can watch this as we go through, and then when you get to your form, you will know what to do also. So there's a place for the student's last name, and there is a place for the student's first name and phone number. We're asking for phone number because we want to be able to get in touch with someone over the summer if we have questions. So this can be the parent phone number, this can be the student phone number, or the home phone number, whatever whatever phone number you would like for us to reach you at. The next question says, are you planning to participate in the Future Ready Institute of International Baccalaureate Studies? So if you filled out the application to be part of the IB Future Ready, you will check yes. And if you plan to apply, then go ahead and check yes, and the link there is for the application for in-zone students. Or if you are not planning to be part of the Future Ready Institute, you would just select no. So I want to move to the first category here, which is English. We have several options for freshman English. We have an English 1 and genre literature, and it says 2 credits. That means it's for 2 terms. This class is year long, so it allows you to take your English class all year long and get a very good basis for moving on to higher English classes. This is what most of our freshmen will take. We also have an English 1 honors. So this is only 1 term, and so it goes at a little bit faster pace and a little bit deeper into the material. So this is for our honor students. Then we have an English 1 honors paired with a world history and geography class. We call this our combo class. This is the class that the IB Future Ready students need to choose, and this is our highest rigor academic course in the English department. So keep that in mind as you're choosing. And then if you're an English as a second language student and you need our ESL services, you would choose ESL. Now let's move to math, and you will be choosing 1 math choice here. If math is not your strong subject, then you will be choosing Algebra 1, Part 1 and 2. This is what the majority of our 9th grade students take right here. It's year long, so that you can have your algebra class all year long, and definitely work on the basics of algebra. We have an Algebra 1 honors, which again would be 1 term, and it's going to go at a much faster pace than our year-long algebra will. If you are a current 8th grade student who is taking Algebra 1, then your next course would be geometry. So you would either choose geometry, which is Part A and Part B, and that is a year-long class again, 2 terms, 2 credits, or you can choose geometry honors, which is a 1 term, 1 credit class. And again, this one just goes at a faster pace than our standard year-long geometry. So if you're in the IB Future Ready and you have not taken Algebra 1, you would need to choose Algebra 1 and Geometry Honors both. Otherwise, you would just have to choose 1 math course. Our foreign language, if you are an 8th grader who is currently taking Spanish 1 or French 1, you can choose the French 2 or Spanish 2 options. Otherwise, you would want to choose the French 1 or the Spanish 1 choice. You do not have to choose to take foreign language in your 9th grade year. If you're a student who struggles with English and your English grades are usually low and you're not ready to try to learn a different language yet, you do not have to choose this. This is not a required question, so you could leave this one blank if you would like to. As we move on to science, you can see that we have environmental science, which is what most of our 9th grade students take. We have the honors version of that class, which again will just go at a faster pace. Or we have biology honors. This would be our highest academic course in the science department for our freshmen. And if you are an IB Future Ready student, this is what you must choose. So just keep that in mind as you're choosing these classes. Social studies. We have our SDC, World History and Geography, and SDC stands for State Dual Credit. And we will go into more detail with students on what State Dual Credit is. But this is our World History class for our freshmen. If you chose the combo class up under the English section, you would want to choose the combo class here as well. If you are IB Future Ready Institute, again, make sure that you've chosen this combo class. All of our freshmen must take either wellness or ROTC. So wellness is one term. It earns 1 credit. ROTC is all year long, so it's 2 terms and 2 credits. It does take the full year of ROTC to meet the wellness credit for graduation. Then we're going to move on to our elective choices. We're asking each student to choose 5 electives, and we want you to rank them of importance. So your first choice would be the class that you want the most, the elective class that you want the most. And so when you choose, you're going to notice that they have their elective focus groups behind them. So the first ones that you see are all humanity courses. Then we have fine art courses listed next. Then we have our office management. We have a human services class, a culinary class, an audiovisual class, and then some additional electives that don't count in any of those families, but that students are welcome to choose. So what we want you to do is look through this list. You're welcome to look at the course descriptions on the Ooltewah High School website, and then you're going to choose the elective that you would like the most. So I'm going to just go through and show you a few choices that you can pick. So I picked Art 1 first, and then maybe I want computer applications. Notice that I'm not picking the same class because I want 5 different classes listed here so that I have a chance to get into 5 different classes. And the reason that I'm saying that is because when we schedule students at Ooltewah High School, our seniors get first pick of classes. So we start with the seniors and we work down to the freshmen. So I don't want you to be surprised if you don't get your first elective choice or even maybe your second or third elective choice because those classes may be full. But that's why we ask you to choose 5 so that we can hopefully get you in 1 or 2 of your choice elective courses. So make sure and think about those carefully before you choose them. Then we have some spots here that if you have any concerns about things that you want to share with your counselor, questions that you didn't see addressed here, feel free to put that in here, or feel free to email the counselor based on the slide that I showed earlier. Then we would like for the student to type their name in here, stating that they have looked through this and these are the classes that they choose. And then we would like the parent to type their name in here as well, stating that they have looked over this with their student and agreed to these choices. Then you will click submit and it will come to us and we will have your course offerings for next school year. So thanks so much for your time, and we are very excited to see you.